Hi there, and welcome to my next video, my new video on my YouTube channel, Natural Harmony with Mariah, or Maria, it's however you want to pronounce it, really. I'm just fine with it. Now, I think by the title you saw the topic I wanted to talk with you about today. Today, in this beautiful day, really, still, the sun is still out there. I'm just so lucky. I think I started my channel at the right time of the year. Actually, it's just it's fantastic to enjoy this nature and talking to you. And I mean, this is what people call work. Well, I will sign up for this work. I will keep signing up for this kind of work. I just love it. I love to talk to you. And as I said, the topic for this video would probably is about, well, emotional intelligence. And I don't know, it sounds a little bit coachy like. It's definitely not going to be a coaching video. I'm not a coach. Well, I am. I used to be a coach, but this is not that I want to talk about with you. I don't want to talk about a coaching way. I just want to share with you things about what I've learned, what I've found out, and hopefully what resonates with you, what you can pick up something from. And it's in this case, it is about emotional intelligence because it does play a very big role in my life. Um, and it's crazy how I got around to it because I was just living on common sense, on listening to my heart and my intuition. But well, apparently there is more to it. And on a very, very funny way, I found out about it. And I will share it with you. But before that, I will turn the screen around and talk about it whilst you can enjoy it together with me. This beautiful hiking trail or path or nature walk, however you want to call it. Anyhow, it's beautiful and I hope you enjoy it. So I will turn this, you see, it's going to be a joke actually. I turned this screen around. Yes. Um, I hope you forgive me. I'm not, my English is not my mother tongue, and I'm doing my best, but I will stumble on words. I'll probably use the wrong words at the wrong time or make grammar mistakes. I hope you forgive me and enjoy this walk with me. And I'll see you on the other side of the screen. Right, so here I am back on the other side of the screen. And as I said, I want to talk with you about this emotional intelligence. I still like the term actually, but I do like it. It's very well. It's to the point, isn't it? Emotional intelligence. But I think sometimes small discoveries, they can just really change our lives. And something funny did it to me actually. It helped me. Well, it's crazy to say. It didn't make me decide to divorce, but it did help me to put a lot of my relationship and my relationships uh, in another perspective, in another light, and enlightened it. And it was crazy actually because for me it was a book, and I stumbled on that book during my holiday in Spain. I had rented a little house from people, and it were Dutch people actually, and I am from the Netherlands, so that was a coincidence. But they had a few books on the bookshelves there on the little house that I rented, and that book was called Emotional Intelligence by the writer Daniel Goleman. So just an just an average relaxation, a beach holiday in Spain, and I found the book. And like many other people, maybe I like to sit on the terrace or on the beach and read. I was there with my husband and with my children, and they were all having their own fun things and things to do, of course. And yeah, there was sunshine all around me, like today. Actually, it's such a beautiful day. You see that sky? It's just so beautiful. I love skies. I love clouds. I love blue skies. They always intrigue me. But yeah, so also in Spain, there was a lot of sunshine. And I don't know if you heard of the national dish. I love the smell of paella. And they're coming from the little beach bars and stuff. So, but yeah, it was lovely to slow down. It was a holiday. And, but I must admit, I did feel that our marriage wasn't really on a very good, yeah, in a very good situation. It wasn't a very good time for us. Our marriage wasn't what I was hoping it to be. Far from it, actually, but I won't go into that. But so I find myself also, observing things and how we were all interacting during the holiday. I can't help it. I'm a little bit deep sometimes, but I think it needs to be something. You need to be aware. You need to be alert, and I think, well, at least that's what I did in Spain. And that book, I started to read in the book, and it just surprised me. I just couldn't stop reading it. And my husband at the time, he was looking at me like, "Are you crazy? Are you reading that kind of book here in Spain? You're supposed to enjoy yourself and relax, and you're going into some psychological stuff." He was never really into it, but I was. I still am, actually. Now, for me, that book just didn't teach me about my emotions. It just opened a little door to understanding a lot of things better. Of course, I didn't realize it at the moment. I was just, reading a nice book. I thought in Spain, so that was it. And I was reading it, and I couldn't believe it. Actually, it was like I met a person that understood so much of me, and whilst I was in Spain, but it wasn't a person. It wasn't a nice Spanish guy, flashing around his art with pouring drinks, but it was something else. It was this book. I still can't believe it sometimes, and I learned about it, and what I did learn, it was like how I just sometimes just swept away my emotions, or sweeping away my emotions, and I didn't really understand I was doing it, but I think I was afraid of the confrontations. I mean, I had a family, a husband, and three young children, and you don't really want to rock the boat, even though your intuition says something's not right. But this book, it is. I couldn't stop reading it, and I was reading about more self-awareness and self-regulations, empathy, and I mean even social skills. I mean, the whole scale probably. I mean, the internet is full of it with coaches and gurus who are talking about it. But at that time, it's I think it's about, I'm talking about 20 years ago. Oh my God, can't believe I'm saying that, 20 years ago. But yeah, that's what it was, 20 years ago. So there was no internet and stuff like that going on so much. No, Instagram, no social media. So yeah, that book did it for me. That book really did it for me. And I realized something important, and I just, my gut wasn't really. I wasn't wrong. My gut feeling was right. It was really right. Something was off. Something was wrong. And yeah, that's a scary thing to realize. That's a scary thing to realize, because if you know that, you can't really go back anymore, like pretending you don't know. Well, I can't actually. I really can't. And I didn't have anybody at the time around me that I could talk to. So if you have, that's a blessing. You should treasure people you can talk to in a way about feelings or doubts. If you have a person like that, I mean, that's a golden relationship, I believe. But I didn't have that at that time, and I think I still don't have really. But my children have grown bigger and are young adults, so yes, we talk a lot. We can yes, we are on very good terms. I'm so happy for that. But this book also taught me about, how can I say it? It nudges to me like I have to pay attention to this. You can't just keep ignoring it. You have to, start setting a little bit of boundaries for yourself, not even for other persons, but for yourself. I think I just, oh my gosh, sorry. I think my screen just went a little bit off. So okay, I think it's pretty stable again now. Yeah, sorry about that. Sometimes I'm just forgetting to look into the screen of what I'm actually filming, because I start to look around me because I'm enjoying it. So, this beautiful area as well. So, sorry for that. I'll try to keep my screen straight again. But as I said, maybe you too are in a phase of your life that you need to, sort things out deep down inside, and try to find courage to actually confront yourself with it, not even others at the time, but just yourself. I think that's important. Just have you confront yourself with your own feelings, with your own gut feeling, and yes, and this book, it can help you. I mean, I'm not promoting this book. I'm not making any money of it if you would ever buy this book for yourself. So it's just that I did it, I learned it, I saw it, I read it, and actually I bought the book when I got back home. I actually bought the book and continued to read because it was a very thick book, a lot of pages, some heavy stuff, and yeah, after all, I was on holiday with my kids, so I couldn't be all serious and no fun and no play. So I bought the book when I got back home, and I continued to read it. And I saw my husband just like, well, he wasn't freaking out, but he definitely didn't like it. He said, I think he felt it as a threat. I don't know. Some people do actually. Then when they see you go deeper into things, they feel it's threatening their something from them. I don't know what it is, but apparently it did. But I felt, I became very aware. I, I, I felt became very aware of my emotions and how I responded to it, and I learned also from the book how to respond differently to it. And that was a very good lesson for me, because sometimes your emotion can get away and you give completely wrong completely wrong reactions, which trigger things maybe even more inside or with the other person. It's not just my husband. I'm talking about relations in general as well. Of course, it's not just all that. And I'm not here on a video to bash my ex-husband. It's not about that. It's really about being open to learn about your own emotional, yeah, intelligence. I can't use any other word for it. I can't find it. And I think what it is, it's about handling relationship and life, and it's so important because after all, we're all living with people. Even though I live quite, um, yeah, it's quiet in my life. I have my children and I'm dealing with them, but I'm living in the forest and I have a very my social life is on a very low, yeah, on a low level, and it's just fine by me. And my son actually, he just got a girlfriend. No, that's not true. He has a girlfriend for about 3.5 years, but um, she's becoming now also a little bit more a part of the family. I guess they're still young, so anything can happen. But yeah, that's a little bit a little additional thing to my social life. And the fun thing about it is they just went on holiday to Spain as well. That's a nice twist, isn't it? Yes, they went to Spain and they find out things about themselves, about them together, and about they discovered new things as well. That what they liked. They liked. And they're probably going to go into some van life thing once they have the chance. So it's something else. They didn't discover a book like I did, but they discover something about themselves. That's great. That's always great. So for me, coming back to this emotional intelligence thing, um, I think it's about how you navigate your life. I like to have clarity, and this is teaching you a way to get more clarity and to be more present in your life and in well, actually present in the life how you want it to be. And yes, it does take courage, but it also takes insights. It takes knowledge, awareness, and all the rest of it. I'm sorry if I'm using the coaching words, but something comes still through for me every now and then from in these words. I don't really know how to say them differently, but I don't think clarity is necessarily a coaching word, is it? So yes, I like clarity. I must admit it. I like clarity, and even though it's scary sometimes because the consequences of this things you find out or you realize is something else, but it teaches you also to stay grounded, in moments when you have really stress, when you're very stressful. If your emotional intelligence is a little bit up to speed, up to date, and up to speed, or how you want to call it, I don't know even how you want to how you call it, but if it's developed, maybe that's the right word. You can stay grounded and you can remain yourself when you're really in stress. I think that's a good thing because who hasn't stressed these days? And another thing I think is important you stay connected with your heart and your mind. They have to be, yeah, aligned, is there another word? Or you stay in natural harmony, of course. That's what my that's what my channel is about, and this is what I mean to say. It's your natural harmony is is so important. Is if you don't have that, then you're just running around like a loose cannon in my eyes. So it helps you to protect your energy. It's another thing to protect your energy. I felt that as well, because by responding the wrong ways and responding out of character, it just took my energy. It just I just felt empty sometimes, drained rather. So that's another thing for you that's you know emotional intelligence can do for you. And then after that, I started to go into more mindfulness things, and and my daughter is very helpful to me, and she really and encourages me to take care of myself in this respect, to pay attention to self-care. You have to do that as well. I think self-care is an important part. It's not just in the right facial cream or the right bath foam or whatever it is, but there's more to it. But that's probably for another video. You never know. And for me, all these things I just talked about, um, they create a space. For me, they create a space so you can really observe your emotions, and you stop judging so much. Even you don't have to judge yourself so much anymore, or other people, because judging is also really an energy drainer, I believe. So and I learned to respond a little bit more thoughtful, not just fly off the handle of being on automatic pilot. So I think that's a good development in life as well. If you can be more thoughtful about how you respond, it's more pleasant for everybody around you as well, I believe. So all in all, I don't think you need a book or a guru or a coach. Well, maybe a coach sometimes, but not really a coach or a guru or a book to start strengthening your emotional intelligence. Um, if you can just start practicing for yourself, you know your feelings, asking yourself questions, explore, or just keep an eye on how you react. You know how you talk to yourself, your self talk a little bit, and also I think, especially in this day and age, your empathy. You have to practice empathy. If you don't have empathy from nature, believe me, you'll be a much more nicer person if you have empathy. You have to practice it for yourself. For yourself, you have to be empathetic towards yourself as well. So, for me, although I could say discovering this book in Spain and discovering what was in it, and really, it's not a book that you read from beginning to the end. You go back to something that you read, or even now I have it, and sometimes I grab back to the book and I just look up a certain chapter that I feel I could use right now because something is happening, and I say, well, how was it again, or how could this thing benefit for me now again? And so all in all, this book gave me real challenges, but yes, I did them, and I still do them, and it did make a lot better. It did save my marriage, though, I must say that. But it didn't. I mean, I can't say this book didn't cause me. It didn't cause me to divorce, but it did show a lot of light on things. And sadly enough, that marriage didn't hold. So for now, I do make some decisions with both my heart, my head, my intuition, my emotional intelligence. Gosh, I sound almost like the perfect person. But believe me, I'm not. I'm not. I'm a person who does enjoy this, though. You see this? I love this. I love the sound of these little leaves. I don't know if you can hear it because of the noise cancelling of my microphone. Anyhow, sorry. I think I have to stop and drink a little bit, drink a little sip of water. Yeah, sorry for that. I just had to drink a little sip of water. Anyhow, if you ever feel overwhelmed by your emotions, or your life is, you feel something's off, and maybe this book is something you've been waiting for, or emotional intelligence in general. I'm sure you can find videos on it, other books on it, and just start small, and maybe you can, you know, somebody around you who you see might be in need of something like this. Again, I'm not making any money of it. I'm not, Well, I don't. It's not my book. I'm not making any money of it. I'm an affiliate, or how they call it these days. Um, just walk gently through life, I would say. Keep an eye on your emotions and your emotional intelligence. And I hope you enjoy your life, your day. By this, I would say take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.